Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Dolphins and the Lions, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 23.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Detroit Lions. Charles Davis alongside me, and I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, the wait is over. Yes, it's just the preseason, but football is back in your living room.
And I'm excited. I know you are as well. The summer heat feels good on these old bones, especially because we're not putting on pads. We don't have to be out there in that heat running into other people. But I'm glad these guys are. Football is back.
Ready to get us started, it's Cade York, and we are underway from Ford Field. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
A nice little juke. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Running on first down, Eckler. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. On second down, Eckler. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Lawrence. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. An opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And Detroit getting set to go now. So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Rodriguez. And he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Lawrence's throw taken in here by Patrick. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First down, Miami.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They go play action now. Lawrence rolling to his right. Well, the corner gets a hand on it, but he still makes the play. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
But when you go on the road, you're hoping to make plays that will take the crowd out of the game. I think that's a pretty good example right there.
Yeah, a break like that never hurts, especially in the first quarter. Maybe help to set the tone a little bit.
Could settle them down, get them into the game a little bit easier without that crowd really being against them.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Up the middle with Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Escaping the pressure right. This is Anderson over the middle. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. They go play action with Lawrence. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
Here's Lawrence. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup at 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. On play action, Lawrence. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Jalen Petrie picking up the sack on a safety blitz.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Here's 3rd and goal now, back at the 11. Now Lawrence. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals, but they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Going back to the same well, it's Hawkinson again. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. That's Harvey. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. after one on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 35. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant. First down, here's the run with Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Back to throw. McLean. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1. On first down, McLean. Wide open receiver, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards, the final tally. I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal. Cook. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have moved out in front. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Miami set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board. 3 points is 3 points. And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Davison. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to bring another first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards. And this one winds up no good.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. McLean. He finds his man. Complete. It's Hughes. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. To throw on 2nd down. McLean. And he rifles one incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun. McLean. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. York able to send this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. And out come the Dolphins now. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. To throw on 3rd down, McClain. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Up the middle they go. It's Knight. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on the punt. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McClain. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McClain. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. McClain. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. so they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. On 1st and 10, Davison. And Winslow brings it in over the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And that will line up just short. He had it online. It ran out of gas at the end, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. Meanwhile, for the Lions, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McLean throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 34-yard line.
On 2nd down, Cook. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Cook again. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. McLean. His throw incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. operating from the gun. McLean. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
The throw here caught by Devontae Parker. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Now a give, right side. Hughes. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 3rd and 2. McLean got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down. McLean, he finds his man, complete. That's Hughes. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 20-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. McLean dance into it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Back to throw. McLean. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Complete to number 36.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
Cade York on now for the field goal. He made his first attempt, this from 45. York able to send this one through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Davison. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Davison. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. Davison. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Looking to throw. Davison. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. A really nice gain at 25 yards.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Winslow. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Winslow. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Davison. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. This from 32 yards away. The kick by Lutz is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns. Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Back to throw. McLean. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. McLean. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 45-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on third down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On second down now. It's Hughes. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Back to throw. McLean. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him and we'll step aside for a moment. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Up the middle they go. It's Hughes. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up the first and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. McLean. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
York able to send this one through. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
So now here come the Dolphins. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. They'll start out here with the option left. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. To throw on second down, Davison.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On third down, Davison. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it'll be fourth down. Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Miami. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And they will take over first and 10. So here come the Lions now. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Cook up the gut. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw on third down. McClain got his man complete over the middle. It's Parker. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Now Cook running right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, in this part of the game, the fourth quarter, this is where a running back really has a chance to shine. This is what they've been training for, to take over the game down the stretch. The defense, it's been battled all game long. And here, this is just a case of a runner imposing his will and deciding he didn't want to be tackled right there.
On second down, it's Hughes. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Looking to throw. McClain. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
It's now third down and long.
Throwing on third and long. McClain. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been terrific so far. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. Winslow. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Davison firing quickly here, and that's complete. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Davison. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Davison. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Operating from the gun, McLean. And this is going to be incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Now, worth reminding at this point, no overtime in the preseason, but that may not come into play here in a 2-score game late.
Flushed out right.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he will have a Dolphins 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. They'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. The quick slant caught. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got him back within a field goal now. It's 16-13. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. So the onside kick will come with 17 seconds to play. And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.